Most real estate leads die in the first 5 minutes. A done-for-you lead generation service is a software plus process system that finds, qualifies, and responds to property leads automatically, on your behalf, before your competitors even know they exist. Instead of you manually hunting lists, calling skip traces, or scrolling MLS portals, the service surfaces pre-qualified prospects, expired listings, off-market owners, probate properties, tax delinquent accounts, filters them by conversion probability, and delivers only the highest intent leads to your phone or inbox in real time. The goal is simple: slash your cost per lead, eliminate dead-end prospecting, and let AI do the first response so you close faster. 42.83% of leads never convert, but teams that respond within 5 minutes and use AI filtering cut their cost per close by 34%. Here's why this matters in 2026. Internet leads convert at only 2 to 3% from inquiry to closing across all platforms, including MLS portals and real estate portals. But when you layer in two signals, fast response time and AI-powered lead scoring, that number climbs dramatically. Agents who respond within 5 minutes are 21 times more likely to qualify that lead compared to those who wait 30 minutes, according to Real Trends and InsideSales.com's 2026 lead response study. That's not a suggestion. That's a multiplier on your closing rate. Second, expired listings are the highest performing lead type right now. They boast a 44% list rate and a 20.7% sold rate, according to RedX 2026 data. Those numbers matter because done-for-you services automatically pull expired listings, cross-reference them against owner equity and tax records, and surface only the ones your algorithm predicts you can close. You're not chasing dead-end leads. You're chasing properties where the data says yes. The mechanism is 3 layers: surface, score, and respond. First, the system pulls data from county records, tax assessor databases, title companies, and expired listing feeds. It's not just MLS, it's deed transfers, lien filings, foreclosure notices, probate filings, and skip trace records all unified in one pipeline. Second, AI assigns a conversion score to every record. It weighs signals like equity position, time on market, owner tenure, neighboring comps, and historical close rates for similar properties in your market. A property might score 8 out of 10 if the owner has been listed for 3 months with high equity, but score 2 out of 10 if the property is occupied and has low equity. You only see the 8s. Third, the system triggers an automated response, a pre-written email, SMS, or voicemail, the moment the lead hits your queue. This is the kind of signal Goliath data surfaces in real time. Teams implementing AI lead scoring report conversion rate improvements ranging from 21% to 300%, with baseline conversions improving from 5 to 8%, all the way to 11 to 12% or higher, according to MindStudio 2026 research. That's the math that separates closers from tire kickers. Step 1. Select your lead source and define your target. Most investor teams start with expired listings because they convert highest, or probate leads because they have built-in motivation. You can also layer in tax delinquent, code violation, or foreclosure adjacent lists. Log into your chosen platform, Goliath Data, RedX, Batch Leads, or another provider, and set geographic parameters. For example, single-family homes, owner-occupied, in your county, listed and expired in the past 90 days, minimum equity position $60,000. This takes 15 minutes. The system now has your template. Step 2. Configure your AI scoring rules. You define what high intent looks like in your market. For a wholesale investor, that might mean owners who've had the property on market longer than 120 days, have never wholesaled before, and carry mortgages suggesting cash urgency. For a fix and flip team, it might be properties with average sale prices 30% below comps, deferred maintenance signals, and absentee ownership. The platform weights these signals and scores every new lead on arrival. This takes 1 hour to set up correctly. Step 3. Automate your first contact. Record a 2-minute voicemail or write a templated text message introducing yourself. The system delivers this message to every qualified lead within 1 minute of match. You don't touch the phone yet. The automation handles introduction. This is the secret to beating the 5-minute response window every time automatically. Most platforms let you A/B test 2 versions and lock in the highest response message within 2 weeks. Step 4. Set up lead routing and follow-up cadence. Decide, do all leads go to one person, or are they split by territory, score, or property type? Set a follow-up sequence. If they don't answer the first call, the system sends an SMS at hour 2, an email at hour 12, and a second call at day 3. You define the cadence. You're not chasing anything. The system chases. This takes 30 minutes to configure and runs on autopilot forever. Step 5. Measure and iterate. Pull your conversion data weekly. Track leads received, leads called, leads qualified, leads closed, cost per close. Most teams find their conversion rate stabilizes after 3 weeks and hits peak efficiency by week 8. Once you see which lead sources, scores, and messages perform best, you double down on those. This is continuous. You review data every Friday for 30 minutes, adjust your parameters, and let the system run deeper into your best signals. The goal is to turn lead generation from a job into a compounding asset. Pinnacle Property Investors was a 6-person wholesale team in the Midwest. They had a problem. They were spending 40 hours a week manually pulling tax lists, calling skip traces, and door-knocking expired listings. They found maybe 3 to 4 deals a month. Cost per close was running $8,500 because so much time was spent on non-converting prospects. They were tired and not scaling. They switched to a done-for-you lead generation service in January 2026. Here's what happened. First month, the system delivered 140 qualified leads, mostly expired listings and tax-delinquent properties. They were skeptical. They called 20, 3 turned into conversations, 1 became a deal. Month 2, they received 168 leads. They called 35, 8 qualified, 2 closed. They were seeing the pattern. Third month, they had refined their AI scoring, locked in their best messaging, and the system was surfacing only their highest probability targets. They called 42 leads, 15 qualified, 4 closed. By the end of Q1, they had closed 8 deals. They had previously closed 1 deal per month. They had doubled their deal pipeline in 90 days. Their cost per close dropped from $8,500 to $4,200. More importantly, they'd eliminated 40 hours a week of busy work. 2 team members who'd been doing data entry could now focus on negotiation and closing. The lead system didn't make them smarter, it made them faster. Speed and AI filtering separate the 6-figure wholesalers from the exhausted grinders. Mistake 1. Chasing every lead instead of filtering by score. Many teams new to automation turn on all data, every expired listing, every tax delinquent, every probate file, and get flooded with 200 leads a week, 98% of which never convert. They call, and burn out. The system isn't broken. They broke it by not configuring the filter. You must define what high intent looks like in your market and ruthlessly exclude everything below the threshold. If your conversion rate on a lead type is below 5%, stop calling them. Let the low scorers go to cold list or skip them entirely. Focus beats volume. Mistake 2. Responding in 30 minutes instead of 5. You get the notification. You think I'll call in a bit. You don't. 4 hours pass. The lead is dead. The first responder wins because psychology is on their side. The prospect just talked to you. They're thinking about the property. If you wait, someone else answers first, or they forget and move on. Automate your first contact so your system responds within 1 minute before you even see the notification. This is not optional. It's the difference between 21 times more likely to close and 1 times likely to close. Mistake 3. Using generic follow-up scripts instead of testing message versions. You copy a cold call script from YouTube and use it on your leads. It tanks. The problem isn't the lead, it's the message. A/B test 2 voicemail versions on your first 50 leads. Track which gets more callbacks. Use that one. Test 2 SMS versions. Lock in the winner. Your message should reference something specific about the property or owner situation. Not, "Hi, we buy houses. Call me." But, "Hi, Sarah, I saw 42 Oak was listed for 4 months. I buy in that area and wanted to talk about timing. Call me at." Specific beats generic by 3 to 1 on response rates. Mistake 4. Not measuring conversion by lead source. You run the system, close deals, and feel good, but you never asked which lead source is actually converting. expired listings converting at 8%, tax delinquent at 3%, probate at 12%. If you don't measure, you can't optimize. Track everything. Every Friday, pull your numbers. Conversion by source, cost per close by source. Then double down on the sources that work and pause the ones that don't. This is the rule. Measure everything, optimize ruthlessly, scale what works. The final rule is this: done-for-you lead generation only works if you follow up. The best system in the world fails if you ignore it. Automate your first response so you don't have to think about it. Then commit to calling qualified leads within 5 minutes. Speed and AI filtering compound over time. Most teams see results by week 3 and hit peak efficiency by week 8. Stay consistent.